Can you beat Pokemon with Cut? Many Pokemon challenges have been created, but none of them are as dumb,
Captain Cut strikes again,
as maddening,
you gotta be kidding me,
or as dumb
I am a master at this.
as this one. This is the story of one man with an obsession for Cut. Chapter 1. A Cut Above.
Captain Cut. That's what I've henceforth been known as. Now that is a Pokemon. Look, it's even named after a cutting utensil. This Pokemon knows how to cut, and that's exactly why we want it. Quick attack, that simply won't do. We have means of fixing this situation. He now knows the most important moves. I will cut down the competition. No, we don't need any more moves than cut. How dare it try to teach us focus energy? There seems to be a man sleeping. I'll cut him down. It seems as though I cannot use cut outside of battle. I don't need your lessons, old man. Keep them to yourself. What the? It's a shiny? Why is it shiny? Is it? Whoa. Why was it a shiny? Why was it a shiny Weedle? Is it normally a shiny? Is it normally a shiny? Is it because I hacked? I mean, is it because I taught my Pokemon Cut? What is going on here? If every Pokemon is a shiny, that would be actually dope. I should go back and talk to him, and perhaps I should take away a certain Pokemon. Bugs were made to be cut down to size, and yet another Weedle that's not shiny, so I don't really know what happened with that Weedle. You will fall to my blades. As long as I don't miss. Is the accuracy not 100%?
Accuracy is not 100% for Cut, it is 95. And that will come to haunt us.
Nothing can probably stop me, especially not the first gym. I can't imagine that it would have anything that could possibly stop my rampaging Cut. But that was a critical hit, huh? Okay, alright, this is not, we're going to have to get quite a few crits. Aha! And I've won my first battle against these dastardly rocks. Oh! Every journey comes with its setbacks. And for this setback, all that we're going to need to do is skip that first trainer, because he's not even important anyway. We can just cut the line. But have no fear, Brock. No, wait. You should have fear. I will have no fear as I cut you down. What's the accuracy on Cut? It should definitely be higher. Wow, that's really not... Oh my goodness. But we will overcome this challenge. It just might take a few more levels. We certainly won't over-level here. Wipe the smug grin off your face, Brook. You're in perfect health otherwise. And you missed. It's about time you missed. I'll take advantage of that one miss. I will cut you down. Is it yellow? He missed, but I'm slower. But he missed again! And You've got to be kidding me! You've got to be kidding me! He missed again! And we hit. We hit. I knew we could do it. And we're not even that really over-leveled, really, if you think about it, in the grand scheme of all that is good. You know, it's... When they asked me, does scissors beat rock? I smiled at them and I said yes. Yes, it does. Well, Brock, what do you have to say for yourself?
I think I've decided to go for more of just a gravelly old man.
Arr.
Now, a lot of people have been asking, what will I do when I get to ghosts? That's a bridge we'll cross. As long as I just kind of keep saying arr, occasionally we'll get there. Arr. We want the Dome Boss. And there we have it, our second Pokemon. I don't know who this young punk is. I decided to go with a little bit more of a Scottish accent so that I can really draw out the piratey thing. Hey, guess what? I went to Bill's. Oh, we're not going to talk about you just losing right there. You talked a lot of smack earlier. That's C-U-T. It sounds like it might be C-O-T with the way I'm saying it, but that's not the truth. It's C-U-T. Caught. Alright, how do I keep missing Cut? It's 95%. It's a 95. I get it's going to miss 5% of the time, but it feels like way more. Now I need to go and find Bill. Now Bill, or Billy as we like to call him, and I won't get into the details of what they were doing, and I won't even tell you what Pokemon. But, the Pokemon started with the letter Vaporeon. Call me Bill. Oh, Bill.
Bill. Alright, I'll clear your web history for you, Bill. I can't go on this cruise anymore because they've got a strict regulation of no weirdos inside. This gem reminds me of my days at sea, when I would go to the pool. Pardon as much as you like, Staryu, but it won't matter oh wow, one hit, huh? I realized that I might have gotten a bit too strong, and just like that, we have another badge. You can now use cut, even out of battle. This is the best news that we've ever received. We'll cut all of this.
Have you ever wondered what it would look like if all the wild grass in Kanto was cut? Yeah, well, I did it anyway. Here's a timestamp so you can skip if you don't want to watch this section. Otherwise, Chapter 2, we cut all the grass.
It's as if no one cares what the lawn looks like at all. See, isn't this much better? I will not live in a world where there's no cut grass. And now it is no more. Wow, I missed the line on that one. Small shrubberies will no longer get in my way. Look, it's a much better world with a cut grass section. When there's no wild grass just growing wherever it wants to. And if you thought that other routes were safe, you were wrong. I'm gonna go through this entire world and rid it of all that stupidly tall grass. I mean, who even lets the grass get that tall in basically suburban areas? It shall all be cut. Or my name isn't Captain Cut. And well, Captain's more of an honorific, but you get the point. You can't be crazy enough to cut down the whole forest. Now, some say I've gone too far. Some will say that I've cut far too much grass. And to that I say, I don't think I've gone far enough. It is on my last will and records that I will cut every blade of grass that Kanto has to offer. Why? Because my name is Captain Cut. I love both a place where I can cut the grass and I can cut a little tree. No patch of grass is safe from me, not even the one leading up to the Victory Road. I'll cut it all. Rid of the very tall grass that worried us on our journey in the first place. Do you see how much more manageable this route is now that there's just not things to get in the frickin' way?
This route looks much better, and I've calmed down just a smidge. They don't call me Captain Cut for nothing. Look at all this pristinely cut grass. Nothing like a perfectly mowed lawn. Well, would you look at the perfectly cut patch of grass here? Another area free from the tyranny of grass. No grass is safe. I am the cut master after all. Captain Cut strikes again. Because if you're grass, I'm gonna cut you down, even though cut's not super effective against grass type Pokemon, and it really should be. This is kind of a move. I know it's still in the newer games, but it should be moved to be a bug type move, probably. Because a lot of bugs anyway have the sickly type of hands. This grass thought it was safe. Come with me if you want to live, but not if you're grass. Because then I'll cut you down like the criminal you are. And matter of fact, I don't like this tree either. The trees are getting cut no matter what. Unless they're slightly larger than this shrubbery type of tree, in which case they completely stay. This lane used to be plagued by grass. We have most of this area completely free of grass. In case you are wondering what a perfectly cut safari zone looks like, let me be the first to show you. This is what lawn manicure is all about. This took careful planning and consideration. I had to plan out each cut carefully so as to not get called back by the pot ding dong sound or whatever. Alright, once again we've come to show you this perfectly mowed patch of grass. Hopefully I don't get a ding dong as soon as I go up this area. But as you can see, I've perfectly mowed this area. Another perfectly mowed section of the safari zone. Able to navigate the safari zone a little bit better. But with enough time and dedication, even the furthest grass away from me stands no chance, and I'll definitely cut it down. I didn't have an ending for that stage. Much better. Now this nice lovely couple can enjoy their date. I have found on this bike path an enemy, and this grass is hard to cut because I keep having to move to get it. Because if I don't press the right buttons, I won't be able to cut it. But I will cut this grass. You will see it. Every time I press start in this grass, I just run into a Pokemon. It's like they don't want me to cut the grass. Watch this. I'm gonna press start as soon as I enter the grass, and I ran into a Pokemon. I press start as soon as I started going down. I've just now realized I could have made this a lot easier by buying repels. But where's the fun in that? There it is. The last patch of grass. They don't call me Captain Cut for nothing. How, you might ask, does Captain Cut celebrate? By cutting some grass. That's right, wild grass. And just like that, we have a perfectly cleaned up patch of pathway. Well, it's not a wonder that Lostel got lost. Look at all this grass. And just like that, we've got another perfectly beautiful little ridge. If she's lost in a forest of this size, there's really only one way to find her, and that is by, of course, cutting all this grass. Not that you have, but if you'd ever wondered what the berry forest looks like without any grass in it, well, here it is. And I must say that after I've done this, it should be a cinch to find the little girl. Literally, it's the trees, and I can't cut down trees for whatever reason, and I'm stuck again. Don't know how I wound up here, but looks like I finally found you. Let's go. I never noticed this ugly patch of grass right behind me own town. I'll do away with it right quick. And just like that, we've done away with the nastiness that was my backyard. They called this spot a treasure place, but all I see is disgusting grass. The treasure was the journey along the way we had while cutting the grass. Well, this is just disgusting. There, nice, clean pathway for people to walk on or enjoy. How on earth can people just live with an entire mountainside full of grass? I'm gonna have to do something about this. Well, I have no idea what those two are doing there, but if you've ever wondered what the good mountain here looks like without any grass on it, well, here's just a sneak preview. Just kidding, I'm gonna show you the whole thing. Look at it all the way up here. Doesn't this look nicer? Isn't this a better look for the mountain? There, isn't that much better? This here should be the last grass in the entire game. And with that, we've vanquished the end of the grass in this game.
With a freshly mowed world, we're free to roam about and explore without all that pesky grass getting in the way. So, we head back to Vermilion City. Chapter 3. The Ship That Was Stolen.
The port city of my youth. I've come here with a specific trade in mind. Look at that little stick. It's perfect for cutting.
Only trash in here, eh? Oh, there's a switch. That means there has to be a switch. No, I didn't want to click it twice. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This has to be why he's still a lieutenant. I'm still trying to figure out the accent. Nope, there's only trash there. Oh, there's only trash there. How do I keep getting it wrong? This is making me very upset. Is they want me to fight the other person. I don't want to fight the other person, though. I just want to get in the stupid gym. Hey, there's a switch under there. Holy cow, finally. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Alright, Shockwave is definitely a bummer here. They're not prepared for my cut. And a critical hit at that. Pikachu, you're dead too. That's right. Now, some might say, oh, well, you're 6 levels over the maximum. And to that I say, I don't care. Alright, now I'll go and get my ship. Who are you? What are you doing aboard my vessel? In fact, what were you doing in my cabin? Imagine seeing you here, Captain Cut. Were you really what do you mean was I invited? This is my ship. What is a plant gonna do against my cut? Okay, that's fair. Your Vine Whip is meaningless. The power of my powerful blades. That Raticate dead. Am I right? I heard there was a cut master on board. You heard there was a cut master on board. He heard there was a cut master on board, fellas. That's what he heard. He heard there was a cut master on board. What does this hat look like to you? How about the fact that I just defeated you with just cut? That doesn't clue you into who I am. Cut itself is really useful. Yeah, I know. Your hidden cut technique. I'm going to commit murder. I'm about to go get some more authorities, and when I come back, my ship is... Where are you going? Where's my ship going? This is now a quest to cut everything in my path until I find that captain again. It's in this tunnel, rock tunnel. Yep, there's rock. And I need to figure out how to fight ghosts. Ah, it's the young man who didn't know who I was earlier. It's time to teach him a valuable lesson. Ghost doesn't mean a thing in the face of immeasurable power. Thrash isn't very effective. It will be enough in this very instance, but it doesn't matter. For I'm more powerful and way over leveled. I've already spent like a month on this playthrough. Disable won't work on me. Because I've harnessed the power of Coat, an ivy sword. Those vines are nothing. Well, sleep powder is it's a bit unfortunate. Like I said, you're out. Fury Cutter, you say? That has the word cut in it.
I had fully intended on using Cut to beat the entire game, but obviously normal doesn't work on ghosts, and in Scrappy the ability doesn't exist until Generation 4. So it was either this or teach all of my Pokemon Odor Sleuth, which also isn't Cut. Additionally, like Cut, Fury Cutter is 95% accurate and has a lower base power to start, and you'd need to hit it a bunch in a row for it to even take off, so this feels like a nice middle ground.
And here we are. We only have 3 cuts now, and a Fury Cutter. And I'm just gonna need to borrow that Sylph scope that you had so I can go to the Pokemon Tower, so I can talk to the Snorlax, so I can get on with my freaking journey of getting my boat back. Why are we battling? Why are we battling, Giovanni? I'm sure we'll get a critical hit. Okay, he got the critical hit. I got a critical hit at the end. Love it. Critical hit would be just... Okay. Alright, he's gonna get the critical hits. We have items specifically to get critical hits, but he's going to get 2. That's his 3rd critical hit. Not to point anything out, but that seems a little frickin' ridiculous, don't you think? And a miss will just take us out. That's frickin' fantastic. Oh, but a flinch, that's fantastic. 2 flinches in a row! I should be able to win this, as long as I don't flinch 100 times. Wow, that does a lot of damage. Okay, Giovanni, I'm gonna have to kill you. We should win this one. We should just win this one. Unless I just miss a bunch, I should win this one. But I should win. There we go. Of course, we're not gonna learn Swords Dance. But a useless, pathetic move. Oh yeah, all I asked for was a little bit of Sylph Scope. He couldn't have just handed that to me before trying to embarrass me in front of everybody. But I appreciate you giving me the Pokeflute. I'll return it as soon... No, I'm not returning it. There's just no chance. Unbelievable. Now, while it might be true that I already have a Scyther, I need to catch another one. 131. That's how many Scythers I've seen. And they just refuse to give it. And I finally caught one. And the reason is because I know a special someone who'd be willing to trade that Scyther for a very important Pokemon. And that Pokemon happens to be our very own Pinsir. And Pinsir has the very important ability, Hyper Cutter, so he has to be on the team. Would you look at the claws on that bad boy? I am a master at this. Well, it'd finally be time to face one of my arch nemesis, Erica, owner of plants and grass. Now I've got an over-leveled Scyther, which could make quick work of this gem leader. I'm gonna have to take you down a notch, Erica, because I cannot stand grass. It gets on everything. I've got allergies out the wazoo. That's where it all started from, was the allergies. I don't think Victoryville has Absorb. So it should be... Oh, he doesn't have Absorb. He's got Giga Drain. That's much worse. Okay, might have to rely on the Scyther after all. Ignored my order, but he did still do Cut. I think part of that is because he knows other Cuts. The piratey accent has turned into more of a Scottish/Irish/ kind of whatever I'm feeling. Gravel in there. This video has taken me much too long to produce. Power through and get one more cut in here. There it is. Well, I was going to fight Sabrina, but it seems as though Team Rocket is once again getting in my way. Well, if it isn't the person who acted like I wasn't me on my own ship. I need to have a word with you, young man. When did your Pokemon get strong? Well, you know, for not being very effective, it certainly seems pretty effective. Don't have a lot of other options. I'm gonna have to start hoping for some crit. Wow, the damage on that is just incredible. It's just an incredible Pokemon, that one. It seems as though the level curve really caught up. I need sleep. That's what needs to happen. So we beat the Gyarados. Can we beat a Growlithe though? I don't know. That seems to be pretty effective. Okay, and he nails a crit, even though we've got the things for crits. That's fine. No, that's fine. I like that. Alright, now that I'm back, you're gonna give me some answers. I said we're not weak to them. Why does it feel like we are? Oh, and the critical hit. That's fantastic. That's just fantastic. Now we just hope that Scyther can take the rest of the blows. But a critical hit certainly helps us. Gyarados adds another loss to attack. We're going to switch in to get the attack back. That damage might just mean the difference between this win and this loss. What is this accent? Between this win and this loss. It seems neck and neck, but actually Dragon Rage is really dumb. I'm pretty thankful that he didn't use Dragon Rage the entire time. Oh, what are you gonna do now? You can't do nothing. Because I'm faster. And because you can't do anything to bugs. Oh, and Venusaur. What are you gonna do? Wow, that didn't do a lot. But that did even less. And so I think I may have spoken too soon. I just have to wake up and cut a few times. Oh, as long as we don't miss. This is a guaranteed win right here. Boss Rocket. Is that who has my ship? Alright. Who amongst you knows about the whereabouts of me ship? Ha, the Fury attack does nothing as long as I don't get poisoned. And we're poisoned. That's just fantastic. Phenomenal. Alright. Very cool. Very cool. For some critical hits on this monster. And also no misses! And also no misses on the 90%! I might have to level up some Pokemon before I come back here. Really? Cut should be 100%. It's an HM for... Wow, that's a lot of damage. Fury attack, okay. It's not fortunate. Alright. And he's gonna get critical hits too. Gonna need him to start missing more Rock Blasts, since I'm missing the cuts. I'm not sure that Farfetch can take on the rest of his team, however, which is a little bit of a bummer. But at least we're getting some experience, I suppose. Don't know that he's... Ah, there's our miss. There's our 95% miss. There it is. We found it. We be the proud owner of a Kingler. Alright. I've done a spot of training. Anne is actually the name of my first wife and the name of my second wife. Same lady, just, things happen. Anyway. Alright, Giovanni, you're gonna tell me where Anne is, the boat. Not the... You get it. And he's doing less damage, which is good for Pokemon battles, I've heard. Just to do some chop damage. You understand. I believe Kingler will be fine. You know how Cut is. It's a move that requires finesse. Maybe not the strongest move in the book. Certainly not when done by Kabuto, who still is very not strong, but it's fine. Neither of my Pokemon are going to do great against Rock Blast, but it doesn't matter. It seems as though we got a good shot here, as long as things don't go funky. That would be considered funky. Oh, that's great. No, I love that. That's great. I love how much damage is left. That is a smart call, because then if he gets poisoned, it's not as bad. And there's the poison death. He's not even getting down to the yellow anymore. Yeah, let's keep doing Stomp. And, alright, see? There it is. We missed a cut, which is 95. But I guarantee he goes for a Rock Blast, he's gonna hit it. There it is. Yep, Rock Blast. Hit. 85. Love it. And he's gonna hit 5 times. Perfect! Oh, we missed another 95. There it is. Love that. I know. And up there's his critical hit. He must have an item. He must have an item. Alright. Nidoqueen versus Scyther. The showdown once again. Probably gonna get poison pointed. Yup. There it is. Because it's 100% to get poison from Poison Point. I know that's the case. All we need is to not get bamboozled or something dumb. And we win. Here's the thing. I need you to tell me exactly where the assassin is. Blah, Master. I don't want the Master Ball. Tell me where my ship is. Well, now that that's over, I suppose if there's anyone who could tell me where my ship is, it's probably a psychic. Kadabra, I raise you a pincer, and I'm just gonna cut you. Future sight doesn't affect me now, might never affect me. Who knows? If I just start hitting myself.
Wow, that is a very powerful... Wow, that's strong. Oh, I hit myself. Yep, there it is. There it's being done. Love that. And we're... Okay, alright. How come, Kurt, your defense is high and your attack is weak, and yet you still did more damage to yourself than you've ever done to the opponent? Myself again, because of course I do. Oh, I hate Supersonic. I really don't care much for minimize. Oh, there's a critical hit when we need one. Oh, just keep the critical hits coming, Farfetch'd. Alright, that's kind of a lot, but that's fine. Because I've got a Scyther who's going to take the attack. Has Psychic always not very effective against... regularly effective against bug-type Pokemon?
Not that the game had been easy up to this point, but I'm about to hit a stretch that tested me mentally, physically. I started to just lose my mind. Chapter 4. Cutting into Madness.
Alright, Koga, gonna need you to start talking about where the SSN might be. I don't have any qualms with you. This is going to be a little cancerous if he starts doing minimizing. It's still 95! I take it back, I don't complain enough! That's ridiculous! 95! Missed twice in a row! Really, the voice, it's getting to me. I want a gun. That's what I want. I want in this game a gun so I can shoot Koga in the face. That's what I want. Wow! 1 HP! That's phenomenal! Love that you lived on that! That's great! No, don't hit again. Living on 1 HP again! Alright, Kabuto, you win this, I'll buy you an ice cream. How's that sound, pal? Oh, yeah! Tim, sludge, don't poison, thank you very much. Self-destruct. You've got to be kidding me! You're wheezing. There it is. There's the self-destruct because he lived on 1. Wait, does he have a hyper potion? I don't know if he has a hyper potion left. If he's got a hyper potion left, things could still be a little bit dicey. But if he doesn't. And we get another critical hit. Farfetch'd for the win! Hey boy. We won. We beat Koga fair and square and it only took us whatever many tries. Looks pretty much like a surfboard to me. This is my surfboard. Well, from me wanderings, I found out that this island is actually full of burglars, and so if anyone knows where a stolen ship might be, it would be here. Amongst the chief of the burglars is Blaine. So I'll have to cut the information out of him because no one likes just talking it out in this game. Wow, that's a lot. I've hit it fire blasts in a row. It certainly is. Switched. There's me 95 missing, if anyone was looking for that. I think Fire Blast is 85, but yeah, it's gonna hit every time. No, that's fair. That's fair. Does anyone see the irony here? Something other than... Wow, critical hit again! That Kabuto could even win us this match. Wow, fight does a lot! Are you kidding me with a flinch right there? Scyther has an item that makes him critical hit more often, and therefore... Ow! You must have an item that can critical hit too! It is me, by the way. I know it's me. I just don't know how numbers work. I don't know. There it is. There, I missed the cut again! Why? No reason! It's not like I got smoke screen. It's a 95 to hit. Do you know what Fire Blast is? Alright, he's down to just using bites. Another cut miss! Are you kidding me? You miscut again! It's a 95 to hit! Know that if it's not 100%, it's a suddenly 50, but that shouldn't matter! He's getting so many critical hits! I have an item that gets me more critical hits! We should have won this one. And we didn't. Maybe now we won't die as fast. A Fire Blast miss there is excellent news, but a Hyper Potion coming right. He was out of Hyper Potions, we win! I always knew I could do it. Is that a vessel? Could you take me to perhaps see me SSN? You've lost your daughter that you named Lost L. I feel as though maybe this one's on you. Well, would you look at the size of the beak on that thing? It would get us closer to our goal of getting the SSN back. The boat, not the wave. Well, I've chased down all the loose ends I could find. Time to pay Giovanni a visit once more. That is not good. I think one more cut should take him out though. Alright. Hit! Come on! It's
It's unbelievable the amount of times that Cut has missed. Probably a body slam, in which case I still feel as though the best option is couple tups. A paralysis here doesn't bode well for us, but we are faster more than likely. Earthquake comes out, we should be able to get one cut in. I'll proc another Earthquake and switch into Scyther. There it is. Alright, we should be able to get one more cut in here for an unfortunate body slam. And I think everyone that had immunity to Earthquake is out, so we're gonna go ahead and just try to KO there. Ooh, we still might win this. Cut does a great amount of damage. Earthquake, of course, takes us out. Earthquake might just take us out in one hit here, but maybe we live and we're faster. Okay, that's great. That is great. The stat should be great. And it doesn't matter because I'm stronger. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call planning for the unfortunate events of Cut missing. I don't want your badge, I want me SSN, the boat, not the wife. After a wee bit of torture, Giovanni finally decided to let it slip where Mia-san was. Apparently the Pokemon League has taken it captive because of some type of smuggling incident or whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the Pokemon League and give them a piece of my mind. Razor Leaf, okay. Cut should be a bug move, and the fact that it's not is just incredible. Oh, Synthesis, eh? Way more damage than he's really supposed to on a frickin' Scyther. That's a lot of hits for a move that only has 85% accuracy, wouldn't you agree? But an unfortunate amount of damage there, but with recoil we'll take it. It was amazing. I don't know how many Hydro Pumps he's got left, as Hydro Pump also doesn't have the highest of accuracies. Tentacruel is faster than Alexam. Now that is spectacular. Didn't realize how fast Tentacruel was. Go ahead and throw out Pinsir, for the simple reason that WoW does a lot. I cannot die in one hit, and to ideally kill in one hit, but I think Scyther's just oh no, Scyther, okay, Scyther did it.
Only 5 trainers stand in the way of Captain Cut and the SSN. There were several times during this playthrough that I felt like giving up, and a lot of those times were during the Elite Four. Can one man's obsession with Cut actually reign supreme? Chapter 5, The Final Cut.
And so we've made it to the Elite Four. The other thing that I've done is given me Pokemon just a little bit more edge. No, not illicit drops. I given them all an item. Now, it felt unfair to give them all Choice Band or to give them all Scope Lens. So Silk Scarf goes to our Tentacruel. We have a Choice Banded Pinsir. He has the highest attack, and I really think the Choice Band works well with our current moveset. We have the Scope Lens on our Scyther. It's pretty much been there the entire time because I couldn't beat Brock without it. I've got King's Rock on Kingler because he's a crab and he looks like King's Rock belongs, plus an extra flinch would be nice. We have the stick that we've given to Farfetch, just kidding, he came with it. And then of course, Kabutops, who's got a Citrus Berry Cut, which is a 95%. It's almost as if the more I talk about it, the more it happens. Maybe if I don't mention it again, it just won't happen again. We'll see. Happened on the other one too. Waking up here would be cool. Nope. All right. And that's the amount. That's the amount of one of the cuts that we missed. And hopefully this time fares a little bit different. Sends out Dugong, I sent out Tentacruel, and hopefully we just hit more often than missing 3 times. Whatever. Critical hits galore. I think squids actually eat clams. I think this is actually a very apt matchup. Don't have the cough. Missed. Alright. Now you would assume that if she had another full restore, she'd have fused it there. Don't have a surf. That's alright. Jinx and Lapras for the other ones. Critical hit there is huge, but I think we survived one Ice Punch, and we do. Means that now I get to hit in on the Lapras. I think this one would go in our favor. I really do. Smart about the uses. And a critical hit there, huge. Actually huge. Living on 1, nothing new, but we live on 2 now, so 2 is better than 1, always. And there you have it, a defeat of Lorelei with only the move Cut. Alright, it does Earthquake. Not great, not great. Sure then. Moves. That's, I think, probably the move it. Alright. Counter. Not what I was expecting. He's got 2 Onyxes because of cards.
Critical miss is certainly good, but nothing can save us at this point. Earthquake. So you're gonna do... It's the amount that he'll do earthquake sometimes, but not others. It's just strange to me. Because why would you do Rock Tomb on a Pokemon who's not very effective? Or does the AI know I'm gonna switch? Does it know that I'm gonna switch? Now, it makes sense to do Earthquake on this Pokemon. However, if I switch into a Flying type Pokemon, he'll probably do Rock Tomb. There it is. Observe. If I keep me Kabutops out, here comes an Earthquake. Do you see what I'm saying? But we miss a cut, and he gets a critical hit. But we miss 2 cuts. We miss 2 in a row. What is that? When the odds are stacked so against me. Full restore here is not ideal, but another miss! Another one in a very pivotal moment of the game! Now, if he misses Mega Kick, great! But if he doesn't miss, we're probably dead. Because we missed 3 cuts in a single playthrough! What would be just... How do we keep missing cuts? It's worth noting that the amount that I should miscut is less than the amount of time that I should get a flinch. But you didn't see many flinches there. Anyway, we beat Bruno finally, despite missing on Hitmonlee. And we finally make it to the next member of the Elite for Agatha. Starting off with a double team. How fantastic. Next won't be a Toxic, it'll be a Shadow Punch. And therefore we'll switch back into Firefetch and we'll just keep doing this until he runs out of abilities. Finally on her second Pokemon. First time I've seen it. That is an unfortunate amount of damage. Alright. That is an unfortunate bit of poison, that. You're not fast enough. No. Alright. Okay. They just stay asleep. Poison! Are you kidding me? You've got to be kidding me! Poison! No, we just need trouble. And this there is so huge. Confuse Ray? Not so huge! Not so huge. We have no choice. We have no choice but to keep him out and hope that he doesn't hit himself in confusion. That's what we have to hope. Snapping out of confusion there is amazing. Holy cow. This is a run of good luck right here. This is a run of a miss of hypnosis right there could win us the game. It could win us the game right here. Because we still have a Fury Cutter streak and Hunter is her last Pokemon. 1 Fury Cutter. And we've beaten Agatha. We've beaten Agatha. I'm so tired. Alright, Lance. Why don't you just tell me where the ship is? Let's try it. I'm gonna miss 2. Alright, no, that's fun. I love that. That's great. We need his Aerodactyl not to get the Ancient Power boost. That's what we need first and foremost. So it's so bad. Don't love the fact that you got that. Full restore coming. Alright. Still some good damage. That's an unfortunate amount of HP. Kind of the story of our lives. Alright. Yes, he is. Alright, so we don't take that outrage. And we gain the level. Still a lot of damage, but it is. And then we get a critical hit. That is fantastic. I think outrage kills here. No, it doesn't. That's amazing. And he's confused. That's exactly what we want to see. Wing attack is unfortunate, but I think Scyther can bring us home. Because I believe Scyther's faster. Almost used the Fury Cutter and ruined the run. And just like that, we've beaten the Elite Four, but it's a bit of a misnomer because they're still a champion. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to coach you, and when I do, you'll tell me where me boat is. Rock Tomb. Earthquake, there it is. Okay. Earthquake does a lot of damage regardless. So much damage. But does he have 3 full restores? Seems a little bit cheap. I know it's dark, but still, that's an incredible amount of attack. E-speed kills. It's just a lot of damage. Tempted to use. No! You've got to be kidding me! Really? Really? When it matters the freaking most! But no! He's gonna. Of course! Of course on the flinch! Of course! Why would it be anything different? Why would this Arcanine not have anything different going on? Of course I flinch again! He was just crazy over there. And another miss! And another miss! Being nice after all those freaking things! Alright. Now, if we're faster than the Gyarados, it could still work out as long as we don't miss right there! That's how close we are. That right there. That on the screen. That's how close we are. Attempt number 72. Attempt number 79. Attempt number 81. Round number 89. Attempt number 96. In the books. Let's go. Attempt number 100. 109. No, a miss. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking! 112! 112 tries! I'm quitting. Alright. Or, conversely, Pinsir could get a critical hit and that's all it would take. Now, I don't know if that's the yellow. I think that's the yellow where he'll heal. I think it's just enough damage that he'll heal, yeah. So it doesn't really make much of a difference there. Critical hit there is huge. Dream speed. Probably just going to try to take this down with an unlucky flinch. But it should allow us to get a couple of more hits in there. Right. Alright. Dream speed, should use another one here. Could be wrong, but I think he's already used 2. There it is. So it may just be best to go both there to try to trap Alakazam into a recover cycle so we can build up Fury Cutter just a bit before we get knocked back with the Intimidate there. Now, if Gyarados misses a fair amount of Hydro Pumps, he could win. That's all I'll say. He'd have to miss, and then we'd have to not miss Fury Cutter. Hold on. If I hit this Fury Cutter, we win. If I miss this Fury Cutter, we lose. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. I always believed, I always did. We won! What do you mean the boat's in Johto? This was fun. Hey, if you liked this video, you might just like this video.